So it's 4 AM and I'm here recording number 5 of the perfect save for you. Hello. So I have no notions of what I aim to achieve in this one, nor do I know what quest I will go for, and I may go over 40 minutes, but if that is so, whoops. But business first, shall we? Now, I mentioned on my Twitter yesterday that I was going to do a small giveaway. Now, when I say small, yes, small, for both Dragon Age subscribers and the ones I presently have from Mass Effect, who stayed loyal to me ever since the beginning of Mass Effect 3. Now, for the Mass Effect subs, you'll have to wait. I have something very, very special for you, but I have a few calibrations to settle. But in any case, the Dragon Age fans out there, here's your part. I am offering you the chance to get your own copy of World of THEDAS. Now, if you have heard me talk about World of THEDAS in the past, it's basically the encyclopedia that BioWare has come out with. It has all the lore contained within the Dragon Age universe, as well as there's like a glossary. They talk about everything from the beginning of THEDAS and the old city, all the way down to the present of what is going to come for Dragon Age Inquisition. Now, all you have to do are 2 things. 1, subscribe to the channel, and 2, and you should probably pay attention to this, I would like you to write in the comment section down below, who is your one character that you want to come back in Dragon Age Inquisition, and why? Now, I want your answer, your response in 250 characters or more. So feel free to leave your response. I will choose the top 5 responses, the most engaging, thought-provoking, clever, witty, or diplomatic responses, and I will select one of the authors from a hat. That person will get a free copy of World of THEDAS sent to them. So now, to bore you with idle talk, and this is whenever people stop paying attention because they were only here for the giveaway, on with the show. Now, the last whenever we were here, I guess, is when we were at the top of Sundermount. We just talked to Flemeth. Now, we were speaking with her, and I know one of my subscribers mentioned, I should probably, you know what, I'm going to pull up the actual thing on here, the YouTube comments, so that I can actually reply. Now, I remember someone mentioned that I should have brought in Fenris, and I already regret it because I know I should have brought Fenris. That was the one person that I definitely wanted to actually have in there. Where is he? Da-da-da-da. Oh, I can't even say your name. I apologize because I'm going to butcher it. Aeschylus Shepherd. Now he goes, or she goes, you should really take Fenris to meet Flemeth. It's really, really important dialogue you discover. Now, one of the things that I should mention too is that actually Morrigan was the one who also notes the same thing, basically addressing that she's not even a witch, she's not even human. I even think I'm repeating what I said before. She is, it's questionable, especially since you just saw her turn into a dragon. So, we're gonna go back in here, but you're not missing oodles, and not only that, but might as well just get it done right now. Now I believe we're going to be talking to
Masarana's child. Your debt is paid in full. It isn't too late to change your mind, Darlene.
Dareth Shiral, Keeper. I'm ready. Let's depart.
So you take her with you to Kirkwall, and she has her own place in the alienage, which you shall see after the loading screen.
Elganon. Is this really where the elves live?
Not the prettiest part of Kirkwall, but it doesn't have a view of the giant chains. Take what you can get.
I didn't think it would be so...
Oh, and I mentioned earlier too, I believe, private gaming
I've
mode,
never seen
who
so
is
many
one
people in one place before.
or is the one who mentioned about the
Seems so
comment
lonely.
about Aveline's mod. You can't see it from here, but basically Aveline has a chin mod. Basically it's reduced, and the creator of the mod, and it's called Prettier Aveline. I hate the name, but that's really what it is.
Working your
That's
way
how
up
it
will be
looks.
fun. Alright, that was a lie.
That's how it's changed.
It won't be fun.
To keep the general
adventurer
features
I
of
am.
Aveline,
Barely
but
set out and I'm already daunted. Thank you for everything.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
For
Oh
all
no.
your help.
But
You
to
come visit
keep
me?
a sort of
Not now, of
masculinity
course.
with a sort of softness.
But maybe later. I could use a friend.
Of course. But only because you used that "you kicked my puppy" voice.
Thank you. Oh, I'm thanking you too much, aren't I?
Yes, you're
I mean-
thanking too much. So, I mentioned it earlier, but I don't exactly enjoy having her as one of the characters that I play with. Even though that I'm playing as a mage, and even though that I use it...
Don't mind if I do. See you
I
there.
forget which quest this is. I think this is for the boy, but I don't want to approach that yet because I do want to bring in either Fenris
Please, Sir Thrask. He won't go to the circle
or
willingly, but it's the only place.
Fenris. He comes in later, or someone else. Now, one of the things, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to show off one of the DLCs that come out. Now, it's not a story-driven DLC, it's just a supplemental thing. The Black Emporium. Now, that is one of the DLCs that you can get. I think at this point you can get it for free if you... Because the Dragon Age 2 is the Ultimate Edition. Not Ultimate Edition, but it comes pretty cheap these days. And I remember the last time I saw it, I got my copy of Dragon Age 2 for only $8 and had all the DLC. So, this is what it looks like, and it gives a lot of information within the history.
Customer. THEDAS, stand straight. Places, everyone.
Now, one of the cool things about this DLC, I shouldn't even say DLC, one of the cool things about this area is that it offers different books that you can look through. It changes within the acts, so whenever you go into Act 2 and Act 3, you'll be actually able to click on different kind of things. And not only that, but you also get these cool weapons and armors. Now, obviously I already cheated, so I have the best. But, let's just go with what we have, shall we? The Emporium crafting materials, you can get a whole bunch of them. I'm going to sell all the junk. I'm going to sell the short bow because I don't have a character that can use it. You'll have to excuse me. I already have 20 gold. It's easy. Oh, and the other cool thing is that you can change what the hell happened to my character. You can change your character as much as you like in the different attributes. Now, I forget what mod I have in here, but there are a couple mods that make you like look like, well, it doesn't really look like Alistair, but it's getting there. And you can change the different things here. Now, it's an extended mod, so if you actually look at the hair, it goes into like, I have so many different, I think it's DA2 Vibrant, I can't remember. No, I don't want that one. There we go. So he doesn't have that red blood stain on his front. Let me see here. I was poking around as far as the lore goes, and I was thinking to myself, I was like, what do I want to use? What do I want to do, rather? One of the things I wanted to do was actually read Asunder, like take it chapter after chapter, so that I can read it to you, and if you want to hear it, you'd be able to hear it instead of buy the book. Now, I don't want to suggest that you don't buy the book, because obviously the book is a lot better than listening to me stumble over my words, because I'm not a very good talker. But I thought that it would be really engaging for the people who haven't gotten to read Asunder, especially coming into Inquisition. Now, I know Inquisition isn't coming out until next year, but we're going to be seeing a lot of different trailers and also different content coming up. And there will probably be a demo, just like in Mass Effect 3 whenever they had a demo before the actual thing. We'll be seeing a lot of it. And for me, I'm going to be going to Gamescom, which is in Germany, and also I'll be at PAX Prime, so hopefully we'll be able to see something from there. Something on Dragon Age. Now, I'm boring you. I know you want to see the gameplay, and I do too. Even though it's... well... let me see here. Oh! Let's talk to Sebastian! Now, I hate Sebastian's character, primarily because I'm not of the Chantry. I technically... Within this universe, I do believe in the Maker. However, the Maker can suck it. As far as worshipping and all the like. I don't like the idea of worshipping the Maker in these games. It's probably bad juju, but I really don't appreciate it.
Sebastian, stop this madness. The Chantry cannot condone revenge, Sebastian.
It is my right, my duty, to show these assassins there is nowhere in the Free Marches to hide.
This is murder.
No. What happened to my family was murder.
No, I thought that was quite entertaining. The first time I saw it, because I was just like, well, because you see the oh my gosh, I want to say Reverend Mother, but I'm wrong.
Good day to you.
You get to see her, the divine, not the divine. Oh my gosh, I'm messing up all my lore. It is 4:17, so I definitely am messing up my lore. But we're going to accept that, and I'm just going to go into it. Bounty of each Flint Company soldier. Now, if you don't know who Sebastian is the Prince Sebastian Vale of Starkhaven, and he's the one who basically his family is murdered, and now I remember I have to go through all of them. Okay, you know what? We're not gonna go to all of them right now. We're just gonna settle it real quick later. Because it's going to take forever for me to actually go through and take care of every single one of them. Now, oh, and you'll be able to see this place later. It's a lot of fun. Oh, I need to get Aveline. For serious. Or not Aveline, excuse me, Isabella. Primarily because I do want to visit the Blooming Rose at some point. The Blooming Rose is a lot of fun, and I feel bad for saying it like that, but it's a lot of fun. Maybe I'll end the episode on it. I know it's already 13 minutes in or something like that, but definitely want to approach it.
Not before he gave it a shake to see if
Thank
there
you.
were coins
Oh,
inside.
wait. I can do Carver's. Nope, we're gonna find Isabella. You, and you. And I want to go to Lowtown. I want to go to Lowtown. I want to go to Lowtown. La 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 la. Okay. And we're going to talk to Varric. I think that's what we're going to do. I think once I talk to Varric and I leave the hangman once, and then I come back, she will be there. So, and if I haven't made it explicitly clear in the last one, I am going to have Isabella as my mistress. No, as my love interest for this game. So, why not? Let's talk
hear
to her
about the
real quick.
Amaranthine traitors?
Who?
If you have
Some
never played
harebrained nobles in Amaranthine were
the Dragon Age
conspiring against
Origins,
the Warden
or I should say
Commander.
Dragon Age Awakening
A
DLC,
truly stellar idea if you know anything about
this
her.
person comes
We caught
in
most of the
after it.
conspirators, but a few fled by sea.
I know I'm
and came
talking
here.
over it, but
We're
not too
offering a
bad
bounty.
because primarily it talks briefly about Amaranthine. It has the choices that you made within that, whether you had the farm, or whether you saved the farms, whether you saved the trade routes or the like. And you have to find the conspirators that came after you. Now, I think the conspirators flee to this area no matter what you do. You have the option of killing all of them, in the DLC, you have the option of killing all of them. You have the option of ratting them out from the... Not Grey Fox, that's a different one. That's a different game. That's Skyrim. That's more than Skyrim. That's Oblivion. And, what is it? Okay, I'm going off in a completely different tangent. Basically, you'll be doing basically you have a whole bunch of different selections you can do with the nobles, and no matter what, they decide to come to Kirkwall to seek solace. Not solace.
I came here to do a job.
Snowden
so
guy
if the
doing,
Viscount gets his precious
silence.
feelings
There we
hurt,
go.
he can take it up with the Warden Commander.
Essentially, escape.
Sounds like the Warden Commander could be deposed if she's not careful.
True. The Amaranthine nobles are still a trifle upset about the whole burning down of their city. But with Vigil's keep and all the trading costers, I think the Warden will do just fine.
I think it kind of weird the way that the city burned. Whenever I chose the beginning, you can technically ruin the plot IDs by making it so that the Amaranthine isn't burned down. However, and you also keep the keep. But I think that was an error, and I want to avoid it.
Tell me what I need to know.
All
Here's
I
a
have
list
to
of
do
names
is
and
kill them.
descriptions. Anytime you end one of the bastards, let me know and I'll reward you. Better act fast though. We're looking for them too.
Alright, now we can go to the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man. Which I totally skipped out and I didn't even need to talk to that woman. There.
So, here's the thing. We need to find a way into the deep roads. Bartrand can lead us to the right place once we're down there, but we need a good entrance.
We need Enders.
Any entrance would do, wouldn't it? Unless a dragon's sitting in it, I suppose.
We need an entrance that's close to our destination, but isn't already plundered or filled with darkspawn. Fortunately, I've received some new information. There's a Grey Warden in the city. If anyone knows how to get down there, it'll be him.
How can you be so sure?
Why would a Grey Warden know that?
The Wardens don't just fight darkspawn. They forge into the deep roads all the time. And if he doesn't know, he might be able to point us to those who do.
Are there any other options?
None at the moment. Bartrand had an entrance lined up, but it was a bust. I'll keep looking, but if we don't find something, we'll have a fancy expedition with nowhere to go.
Fine, let's do it your way.
Sounds like you have it all planned out, Varric.
And that, Messer, is why I'm here. Supposedly, this Grey Warden came in with some other Ferelden refugees not long ago. A Lowtown woman named Lorene has been helping the Fereldans. We talked to her. Maybe we learn where he is. I'll keep after my contacts, see if I can drum up any other work.
Yay, okay. Now we'll go back down here.
Did you approve my application?
She's not here
I
yet.
can't make you a guard, Carl.
So I'll step out into Lowtown and then come back. One of the things I have to do whenever I do the Enders questline is that the beginning of it, I have to have Carver there because, actually now I think about it, I already cheated and made my character alright with Carver. Oops. Blast. Yeah. I can't even see because my microphone's in the way, but I already have a mad friend. So, blah 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 blah. We're just gonna go back in. I really want Isabella, the dusky mistress. God damn it. She basically says like, "I like your face," and that's the gist of everything. But screw it. Let's do Tranquility because why not? Actually, I wonder if I do Tranquility and it actually gets him. I'm already at 20 minutes, so let's just get ahead of it and just do the quest. We're gonna meet Enders, everyone!
This is...
There we go.
Will everyone please just step back?
If you're seeking aid, leave your name with my girl. We serve everyone here. No one came from Ferelden without trouble. But I can't give priority to anyone who's already found work and lodging.
I hear you know where I can find a Ferelden Grey Warden.
Only Ferelden Grey Warden I've heard of is sitting on the throne. We're out of the Blight's path now. Why would you need a warden?
The healer was one of them once, wasn't he? A warden?
Well, he's not now, and busy enough without answering fool questions about it.
I won't bother.
Then I'll only ask very smart questions.
I do not joke, Sirrah. You see what our people face in Kirkwall. They have no jobs, no homes. Most can barely buy bread. This healer, he serves them without thought for coin. He's closed their wounds, delivered their children.
And yet he needs to hide.
He's a good man. I won't lose him to the blighted Templars.
So he's a mage.
You mean he's a mage?
Would I stick my neck out for some purveyor of hensbane and leeches?
Oh, perish the thought. Another delicate mage flower.
He doesn't want to be locked in the gallows just for using the gifts the Maker gave him.
I can hardly blame him.
I suppose it isn't my secret to keep. Anders has certainly been free enough with his services. Refugees in Darktown know, to find the healer, look for the lit lantern. If you have need enough, Anders will be within.
The first time I actually played this through, I thought that was extremely cheesy. And I was just like, even Anders would think that that was a little bit, not far-fetched, but played out a little bit too coy. Cheesy. Let's just stick with cheesy. And this is whenever I get approached.
Hey, we heard you in there, asking about the healer. We know what happens to mages in this town. And it ain't gonna happen to him.
And this is whenever Carver decides to talk.
You want him safe? Don't pick fights with other Fereldans while the Templars are after us all.
Ferelden? But your clothes. I figured you for a Kirkwaller, sorry. Maker bless the rule of our King Alistair.
Oh, I guess I didn't have full friendship with him. I'm going to use... one of the things is that the specific places, like the houses, are the best. If I have to suggest anything as far as playing Dragon Age 2, one of the things is that definitely use the different houses, like your house in Lowtown, the Hanged Man, Meryl's place, as good connectors whenever you're trying to go switch between day and night, especially whenever... I'll show you what I mean by day and night. Let me change my characters real quick, because I do not want Carver with me whenever I meet Anders, because it's really bad, and it... Like, for instance, you can change the night and day, right? And it's a lot easier whenever you're just dealing with that. I think the most annoying thing, though, is that whenever you're dealing with Darktown, because whenever you go all the way to Anders... Oh, and I'm gonna get attacked here a couple of times. Stupid rogue. I forgot what I was talking about.
Freedom.
One of the things, though, is that if it weren't for my running mod, I'd be absolutely agitated, because there's no way to fast travel whenever you're dealing with Anders' place. It just kind of steps through. It's gonna be really weird not romancing him in this playthrough. One of the specializations you can have is a spirit healer. For him, more specifically, a spirit, emphasis on the spirit.
I have made this place a sanctum of healing and salvation. Why do you threaten it?
Strange occupation for a warden. Aren't you more about taint and death, not healing and salvation?
Did the warden send you to bring me back? I'm not going. Those bastards made me get rid of my cat. Poor Sir Pouncelot. He hated the deep roads.
I gave Sir Pouncelot back in Amaranthine. It's one of the gifts that you can give Anders whenever you're talking to him.
You had a cat named Sir Pouncelot in the Deep Road.
He's adorable, and he goes.
It was a gift. A noble beast. Almost got ripped in half by a Genlock once. He swatted the bugger on the nose. Drew blood, too. The blighted warden said he made me too soft. I had to give him to a friend in Amaranthine.
So, you came to Kirkwall just to escape the wardens?
You say that like it's a small thing. Yes. I'm here because there's no warden outpost, no darkspawn, and a whole host of refugees to blend in with. And some reasons of my own.
Now, if you don't know, Anders is the escape mage from the Circle. He's escaped, like, I think it was 17 times before he escaped completely. And in my save, I saved Anders. I conscripted him, conscripted him back whenever it was Amaranthine and the Awakening DLC. One of the things, though, is that his phylactery is still alive, or is still intact. And whenever I was first playing this game, I thought that whenever you have a phylactery, you can just find them. And in any case, like if you just go to Kirkwall, they can immediately find you. But apparently, according to Sunder, whenever I was reading it, the phylacteries, oh, and if you don't know, I completely forgot. A phylactery is basically a sample of blood taken from a mage, and basically it's used in order to find escape mages. Whenever a mage's phylactery is completely destroyed, obviously they are untraceable and escape from the Circle. Now, Anders' phylactery is still present, but obviously they haven't tried to capture him just yet. Although I'm sure the Templars kind of regret it by the end of this.
I've always heard that joining the Wardens is for life.
That's only partly true. The hopelessly tainted by the Darkspawn and plagued by nightmares about the Archdemon parts don't go away. But it turns out if you hide well, you don't have to wear the uniform or go to the parties.
I'm part of an expedition into the Deep Roads. Any information you have could save people's lives.
I will die a happy man if I never think about the blighted Deep Roads again. You can't imagine what I've come through to get here. I'm not interested. Although, a favor for a favor. Does that sound like a fair deal? You help me, I'll help you.
Now, one of the things I hate about interacting with Anders is that he takes sarcasm pretty badly. Unless if you're in romance with him, but... Actually, no, that's wrong. Even if you are in a romance with him, he does take it poorly. He has a rivalry streak with sarcastic replies. So I'm tempted to just say yes, for the sake of not tempting him. It's better to have a friendship with Anders rather than a rivalry.
Help my expedition reach the Deep Roads, and I'll do whatever you need.
You don't ask for my terms. What if I were asking for the Knight Commander's head on a spike?
Is that what you ask?
You decide. I have a warden map of the depths in this area, but there's a price. I came to Kirkwall to aid a friend, a mage, a prisoner in the wretched gallows. The Templars learned of my plans to free him. Help me bring him safely past them, and you shall have your maps.
What do the Templars know of your plans?
I don't know. I had been exchanging notes with Carl through a maidservant in the gallows. Then the letters stopped coming.
I'm pretty sure, unless if you're planning to romance Anders, it doesn't actually come up. But Carl is the one that you're actually saving. Carl is actually Anders' love interest from before, so it's very curious.
Tell me about your friend.
His name is Carl Thekla. He was sent here from Ferelden when Kirkwall Circle required new talent. His last letter said the Knight Commander was turning the Circle into a prison. Mages are locked in their cells, refused appearances at court, made tranquil for the slightest crimes. I told him I would come.
Are these accusations true?
Ask any mage in Kirkwall. Over a dozen were made tranquil just this year. The more people you ask, the worse the rumors become.
Something I also have to mention, the Rite of Tranquility is what it's called. The Rite of Tranquility basically renders a mage incapable of using their magic. And more specifically, it severs the tie to the Fade. I actually think I mentioned this before. But one of the things in Asunder that they tried to describe is that Tranquility can actually be reversed, and it's a scary thing because the Templars use Tranquility as a way of controlling mages. So...
You want to make your friend an apostate?
That's such a weighted term. Yes, Andraste said magic should serve man, not rule him. But I've yet to find a mage who wants to rule anything. It goes against no will of the Maker for mages to live as free as other men.
I always side with the mages. It's easier.
Forcing mages into servitude is not the way to prevent the rise of another Imperium.
That's not usually the response I get. Perhaps we will work together better than I expected.
Anders also reminds me of, if any of you played Mass Effect, it reminds me pretty dearly of Caden. As far as Caden will always love you no matter what, he'll always fall in love with you. And it's kind of like even whenever he's betrayed, he feels for you.
What do the Templars know of your plans?
I don't know.
Obviously not as crazy.
I had been exchanging notes with Carl through a maidservant in the gallows. Then the letters stopped coming.
I would help any mage in such circumstances, map or no.
Now you're just trying to get on my good side. I welcome your aid. I have already sent word for Carl to meet me in the Chantry
I have a
tonight.
fear that I'm actually going
Join
to
us there, and we'll ensure that no matter who's with him,
Anders
we all walk away free.
by the end of this. And I'm gonna try and avoid it as much as I can because I actually want to romance Isabella, not Anders. Okay, I'm already at 32 minutes. Do I do the Amel Estate Salar? I sounded really wrong on there. Oh, I forgot to change her thing. I'm gonna do the cheat real quick. Actually, no, I'm not. Because that's horrible and I should not cheat. Yes, I should. On script, gen... Wait. Dang it. Run script, ZZ, super crit, gen, FL, Meryl. There it is. Done. I'm a horrible person. You just saw me cheat. Okay, I'm just going to do the Tranquility quest and then that shall be the end of this. Now, the Tranquility quest, I had to go to the Chantry at night. So I have to switch over and move to Hightown from there. I have to meet up with Anders at the end. Now, one of the things I hate about making this perfect save is that...
someone should do something about them.
Oh, good. Never mind. One of the things is that there are different mobs at night that I have to clear. And I have to do it for every single act. I don't even think I'm going to do that while I'm playing.
I saw Carl go inside a few minutes ago.
I'll just skip right through.
No Templars so far. Are you ready?
Yes, Anders, I'm ready.
I didn't see anyone suspicious out here. Let's do this fast.
All right. I'll handle the talking. You watch for Templars.
I'm pretty sure Aveline gets all pissed off at me during this because I decide to, kill off the Templars.
When we find Carl, just let me talk to him.
All I have to do is go up here. Ah!
Anders, I know you too well. I knew you would never give up.
What's wrong? Why are you talking like...
I was too rebellious, like you. The Templars knew I had to be... made an example of.
No!
How else will mages ever master themselves? You'll understand, Anders. As soon as the Templars teach you to control yourself. This is the apostate.
No! You will never take another mage as you took him.
We're under attack.
Anders, what did you do? It's like you brought a piece of the Fade into this world. I had already forgotten what that feels like.
What did you do? Not the Fade part, the angry glowing bit.
It's like a gateway to the Fade inside you, glowing like a beacon.
I have some unique circumstances, yes. But Carl, what happened? How did they get you?
The Templars here are far more vigilant than in Ferelden. They found a letter I was writing you. You cannot imagine it, Anders. All the color, all the music in the world, gone. I would gladly give up my magic. But this... I'll never be whole again.
The poor man.
Please, kill me before I forget again. I don't know how you brought it back, but it's fading.
Carl, no.
Maybe we can find a cure.
Can you cure a beheading? The dreams of tranquil mages are severed. There is nothing left of them to fix.
I would rather die a mage than live as a Templar puppet.
What agitates me about this is that, based on what I know in the Sunder, I kind of want to keep him alive, that way that he can actually be alive whenever the next installation comes out. But the thing is that it does bring up a rivalry with him. So, do as he asks.
I would rather die than be tranquil. Help him.
I got here too late. I'm sorry, Carl.
I'm very sure
I'm so
that
sorry.
Now,
in Inquisition,
it's fading.
he may come back.
Why do you look at me like that?
Goodbye. We should leave before more Templars come.
So, let me guess. This is the part where you tell me you're an abomination.
You're wrong. But not far wrong. This is hard to explain. When I was in Amaranthine, I met a spirit of justice who was trapped outside the Fade. We became friends, and he recognized the injustice that mages in THEDAS face every day.
I think it's better that Anders talks about it rather than me. But I'll clear up the holes after.
And that's different than a demon?
Just as demons prey on the deadly sins of mankind, there are good spirits who embody our virtues. Spirits of compassion, fortitude, justice. They are the Maker's first children, and they have all but given up on us.
What does this have to do with your eyes glowing?
To live outside the Fade, he needed a host. I offered to help him. We were going to work together, bring justice to every child ever ripped away from his mother to be sent to the Circle. But I guess I had too much anger. Once he was inside me, he changed.
So, you have this spirit of justice living in your head?
It's not like that. He's gone now. He's part of me. It's not like we can have a conversation. I feel his thoughts as my own. Not even the greatest scholar could tell you where I end and he begins.
I think I have to say... So I really hate this. Like, I'll never lose the sarcastic value as far as my character goes, because I started with sarcasm and it's going to stay consistent. But whenever it comes to Anders, I definitely have to make it the diplomatic version.
This is obviously difficult for you.
I thought I was helping my friend. He would have died, I guess. If that even means anything. And he wanted to help me. He knew what mages have suffered. But my anger... When I see Templars now, things that have always outraged me, but I could never do anything about, he comes out. And he is no longer my friend Justice. He is a force of vengeance, and he has no grasp of mercy.
And the romance is present.
Can Justice ever be separated from you?
I don't think so. The only way a spirit has ever been separated from a living host is by its death. The curse is of my own making. All I can do now is hope to control it.
Can you bring him out at will?
No. He comes only when I've lost all power over myself. It's a madness, a frenzy. I only find out after what I might have done.
More specifically on this, there are different spirits within. Okay, so whenever it comes to the Fade, there are spirits and demons. Demons are obviously bad. Spirits are inherently neutral. They can be more good than bad, but according to the way that we see justice turn into more like vengeance, it can be an evil thing. Because it's more of like, it's whenever you see it as it's tunnel visioning towards one purpose. Now there's like justice, for instance. It could be at the cost of many lives, but it's still justice. And justice, I believe Anders' quote is, justice is hard. Justice is... I can't remember the exact quote, but basically, like, it kind of tunnel visions into this whole, it must be, it can't be anything else kind of thing. So you'll see that develop more whenever the game progresses. Now, one of the things is that, whenever dealing with the different spirits, there are a whole bunch of different spirits. More specifically, there's obviously the one that Justice has. I mean, there is Justice that Anders has. There's also, there was, spoiler alert, actually, no, this is a spoiler alert, so just, like, for 30 seconds, just hide your, just close your ears. Wind also has the spirit of faith, and actually she transfers spirit of faith over into Evangeline so that she can live in Asunder. Now, and she was actually dead. The spirit of faith essentially brought her back to life. Now, I hope you're back, because that should have been at least maybe at 20 seconds. Now, the spirits basically can inhabit the same way that demons do, but it's not as evil, not as shape-shifting as abominations within the concept of things. But spirits inhabiting, possessing bodies is a new thing as far as within the history of THEDAS, I guess you could say. And it's only like that we're seeing more apparent kind of possessions coming on right now.
Is there anything I can do for you?
You're the first one I've ever told this. Thank you for not running away. My maps are yours, as am I if you wish me to join your expedition. I thought I was done with the Grey Wardens, but if you have any need of me, I will be waiting here.
Remove her for Anders! Okay. Questions at Anders. Well, okay. I'm just gonna leave it at this because it's already 43 minutes and I'm pretty sure I'm just boring the living bejesus out of everyone. So thank you for listening. It is already 4:49 a.m. my time. Yay! So anyway, take care everyone. I'll be back next week. Bye. Next week. Bye. Next week. Bye. Next week. Bye. Next week.